I'm live. I'm live. Welcome, everyone. Let me pin my comment. Welcome in. Let me mute my television. Pull up all the things while you review. Hey Jay,
Yeah.
this won't pull up
What?
the TV.
Oh, I got it. Don't worry about it. I got it. Hello?
All right, I heard you. You may need to refresh it though.
Correct.
Hello everyone. Good evening, good evening. Welcome in. Grab your beverage. Get situated. Glance over the schedule. We have me, I'm Michelle with Design&Vine. And then we have Crafting with Indiana Jones following me at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And she will be sharing her screen with Tammy with Crafty-Peep. And then at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, Kristy with Kristy's Crafty Cottage will wrap up the evening. All right, so I have been out of practice. Let me switch over. Check out the time, 7:01. Greetings, greetings, greetings. All right, let me show you what I've got going on here. First, I wanted to show you a couple little things that I recently picked up at Dollar Tree. So I have to kind of hold that at an angle so that it doesn't glare off my television and my ring light. But this is a lantern that I picked up in the 3, 5, 10 section at Dollar Tree. And this is another style lantern that they have come out with that I think needs absolutely no craft update whatsoever. Absolutely adorable. Love the decor on it and everything. It has these big pine cones and pine stems and sprigs right here and some really nice berries that don't chip off or anything. So this will stay as is in my household.
Hey, Midnight Scroller.
Hi Shay, how are you?
Hi, Shay. Oh, hi Shay.
And then let's see, let me get my full camera muted. Let me do a little adjustment here and show you what I got going on. So thrift flip this evening is our theme. And I wanted to show you a few of the items that I'm thinking of.
Hey, Charlene.
Hi Charlene, how are you? And she said hey to you too. And on Sunday, I was supposed to go live on Facebook, and I had surgery a couple weeks ago, so I think it was kind of divine intervention, but I still was like up and ready and all the things, and Facebook just wouldn't let me go live. So the theme that day was, I just had it in my head and I can't recall now, but do you remember the theme for Sunday in that Facebook? Hi, it was to change something from what it was, kind of like a thrift, but it was called something else. And uh-oh, Jay, something happened. I'm still live, but the TV isn't showing chat anymore. So I thought that was my mouse. Let me move this window out of the way so I can see the chat.
Freeing up space and I had to.
Oh, it might not be possible tonight. So I had this concept, and I was gonna take a salt/pepper shaker and redo it into something. And so I decided, since it was Thrift Flip and what I grabbed for that craft, and Facebook wouldn't let me go live, that I would use for tonight's live. So what I was looking for when I went out, I went to Salvation Army Select, and I went to Goodwill. And you can see I picked up several different pieces, and I wasn't sure which one was going to work. I had the salt shakers in mind, okay? So that was my original concept or idea. And I already had these little spice things, which actually could work perfectly, from an old roundabout thing that I have more of these actually, to create. You can see it says ground fennel on it. So, and I just cleaned them out after they expired, and I hadn't used certain ones. And hung on to it and figured I'd use them for crafting for something, right? So I had these. I picked up this pepper shaker and cleaned it out real well. And it's not perfect, guys. The top has scratches and marks on it, and it's not perfect, but you'll see what we're gonna do with it.
The live was called Think
Outside the Box. Yep, Think Outside the Box. So I was trying to think of something that I could get and turn it into something else and just think outside of my creative, normal creative box. Hi, Robin. So I saw this at Goodwill. I saw this at Goodwill. I think I grabbed this at Salvation Army Select, and it's even kind of deformed.
Hey, Tammy.
Hi, Tammy.
Hey, Liz.
Actually, no, Goodwill. $1.99 for this little mini ice cream thing. This was $1.99 as well. This looks like a dessert dish. This is just a mason jar that's intended for Christmas. This was too much in my opinion, $1.99, but it's got snowflakes on it. So let me show you. If you take, I don't have one, but if you take a bigger styrofoam ball, okay, and you put that on the top and use this little dish that also was $1.99. They had several of these, but I only grabbed one because I knew that I was wanting to make a snowman. Do you see it? Do you see that as his hat and this as his body, and perhaps wrapping a scarf around here and 3 buttons on the belly, and then this would be like maybe just the lower level, and you could decorate it another way if you wanted to. So that was intended to go with that, with a bigger, only this way, with a bigger styrofoam ball. It's fine. I can see the comments over here. You can also do the same with this. I would still go with a bigger styrofoam ball for this one. This one is really cute because, and I may, if I have time, go ahead and, so these are Dollar Tree little snowballs that my daughter or my son put the lid on. Let's see, these are kind of, ooh, a funnel would have been perfect for this. Let's see if I can do this without getting them all over the place. There we go. So you fill this with these Dollar Tree. You don't even have to fill it all the way, okay? Little snowballs. One escaped. One escaped. Then you put a styrofoam head on, and you've got these snowflakes on the front. I'm pretty sure this is a Dollar General item where they have these raised snowflakes on here. It's I don't know if it's part of the glass or something they apply on there. I'm not sure. I have another escapee. Get in there. And then you use the lid, even though this is 2 pieces, you just glue that down and use that as the hat. And then you dress up the face. So the first one we're going to do tonight, and I'll do this one second if I can get to it, but I wanted to show you some different ideas and things that you can do. Another escapee! Okay, I'm going to start with the pepper shaker, okay? And this one's really cute too because the scarf goes perfectly around the neck right there. So I just have some scrap fabric that I'm using for that. But basically, this is your hat, and you would paint the silver part black. And this one kind of has a funky top in that it has the plastic on the top where you open it on both sides for pouring or sifting through. So I'm kind of partial to not use this one because of that top on there, but you could. You definitely could. So we're going to get started on this one, and I want to show you, I took a skewer just like this one, just so I could get ahead a little bit and not go over my time. I cut a piece off and I painted it orange, and this is going to be our snowman's nose. Okay, so that is going to poke in there, and I'm leaving the styrofoam the way it is because I don't know if you can, yeah, you can see how it looks like snow. So if I were to cover this with a napkin or you know, decoupage something onto it to give it a different look or feel, to me it wouldn't look like snow anymore. Right now it's got that little bit of sparkle in it that makes it look like an actual snowball, right?
Put some snow in that.
Yeah, I can put some snow in here as well. You can also, if you're so inclined, this is all the diamond dust I have left, y'all. But let's see what it looks like. So because it's so thick, you're not really getting a sparkle effect from it. But if you had a clearer one, like this, check that out. How pretty. So if you had a clear salt and pepper shaker and or, that's what that would look like with diamond dust in it. How pretty is that? And there would be no mess because it would be secure in the jar once you get the head on the snowman. So, but I had actually planned on putting some snow in here. So, and it's not really going to look like the little tiny snowballs because it's so thick, but it looks like snow. So, that's what I was talking about, how they're, what is that word? I can't think of it. What's that word, Joe? When it sticks to you, styrofoam. Static, yeah, static electricity. Couldn't think of it. So we have that in there. We could put these aside. Part of my craft room organization, Sarah took all my bags of these and put them in there. And we may get to this one, so I'm going to leave those in there. Let me put this one aside. Excuse my allergies. So, for those of you that know me, know I have not been crafting much lately. I did fold that over, by the way. Not exactly the best manners there, using my tissue to clean the table off. But yeah, but okay. So let's start. Let me paint this so that it dries. Okay. And I'm thinking I probably want to Mod Podge this first so that my paint doesn't come off too much. I could probably also put
Amy said false static cling.
yes,
Yeah,
static cling.
Static cling.
So I'm just putting some Mod Podge as a first layer on this, And of course, we're not going to use this. Again, we're using it for decoration purposes. So, layer of Mod Podge. I wonder if acrylic paint would stick to this better, or if I should just stick with my Waverly chalk. I am going to dry this really well with the Mod Podge layer though, because, and this is going to be our snowman's hat, and it's going to look like a little Russian hat because of the shape, but it's the top that came with it, so it's what I'm using. Okay. A little thick on the top there. So I'm going to go ahead and dry this. Hey Joe, Google for me real quick.
What is it?
It does look like snow, right? The diamond dust.
What is it?
Yes, diamond dust is gold, right? Oh, Google, does chalk paint or acrylic paint stick to metal better? I think chalk paint, but I'm not sure. I'm Mod Podging it anyway, but I just wanna see. One of you guys might know. Chalk? Okay. Chalk. Robin says chalk. Hi, Polly. Polly wants crafter. Hi, everybody. Hi, Liz. So, these salt and pepper shaker snowmen have been around for years. I've always wanted to make one and never have. I think the first time I saw one made was on a live with Barb, Tammy, Barb, the Shabby Tree, yes. I was calling out for Tammy's help there. Barb with the Shabby Tree made one. She's so fun. She's like, guys, don't go out and get you a whole bunch of stuff. Just grab an old salt and pepper shaker and watch what we do. And she'll just sit there and make a snowman out of it. And I'm like, oh wow, that was cool. So she's known for that, you know, just grab this and turn it into this. So that was kind of thick on top, and that's going to be hot, so I'm not going to touch it right away. Pretty sure it's chalk. Is it chalk?
Robin said if you put glue first, it should stick.
What?
Phyllis.
Oh, if you put glue first, it'll stick better? Yeah. Hi, Phyllis. So I was going to say before that I had some massive kidney stones. And my old urologist used to tell me that black tea causes them. So I tried to simmer down, no pun intended, on my intake of black tea. And I switched over to green tea, but I'm still prone to them. He said it just may be that I'm just prone to them as well. So I hadn't had any in like 2 years, and then I had pain in my right side, so I said, you know, I'm familiar with this pain, so I'm pretty sure what it is. I'm just going to go straight to the urologist. So off to the urologist I went, and not only did I have massive kidney stones, but one of them was in the right side blocking. So, yeah, we're dry, we're just hot. So I'm not going to touch it just yet completely. You see that paint? It's drying almost instantly because of how hot it is. So
He's all right.
it was blocking, which made it more of an emergent situation. So they scheduled me for surgery, and I had them combination lithotripsy removed. It took like 2.5 hours. I was under, and woke up to extreme pain because they had to put stents in. I don't know if you've ever had kidney stones, but if you have them bad enough, they have to put stents in. Sometimes they're 5-day stents that you take out yourself, and sometimes they're not, and the doctor has to take them out. I got the kind that are not, of course, and the doctor has to take them out. So I still have them, and I go on Halloween day to have them removed. It's the stents that cause the most pain after the stones are out. The stents are just very, when I say extreme pain, Joe was like, I've never seen you in so much pain. I mean, I was literally crying in the ER and was like, please, please, just give me something. I'm begging you, please. It hurts so bad. It was awful. It was terrible, awful. And they did. They actually, I don't know if it's because of the way I was in so much pain or seemingly so much pain. At least for me, I may be a lower tolerance to, you know, pain than some people are. I don't know, but it was excruciating for me. And he said some people can tolerate them, some people can't. And you may like grow accustomed to them over the next couple weeks as you have them, which I have somewhat. They're still causing a little bit of pain, but I'll be happy when they're out. But when they were first, when I woke up, I was like, oh no, no, this hurts really bad. So I had to go into the office a couple of times and get this shot to take away some of the pain of a non-narcotic whatever medication. And that worked really well. The shot did. It seemed like the bigger doses of things that they gave me worked. So like the over-the-counter pills and stuff that they prescribed just were not working for me at first. So all that said to say, I get those bad boys out soon, and hopefully I will be back to 100% at that point. Stone's all gone. He was measuring them in inches at one point. He was taught, usually they refer to them in millimeters or centimeters, and he was like, this one's 1 inch, and I was like, what? That's pretty big. So, and I wasn't even aware that they were there, except for the low back pain that I had on the right side when the one started blocking. So, okay, thank you. So, I'm going to put this off to the side and let it dry. And I'm going to see if there's a way. We're going to do his little face now. But I want to see if there's a way to...
Put snow in the jar?
Yeah, I did. Yep, it's in there. I want to see... Okay, so I'm going to try a couple of new things, if you will, bear with me. Oh, by the way, these styrofoam are from the Dollar Tree, of course. You get 4 in a pack. These are the 4-piece, 1 point, we'll call them 2 inch. No, 1.9 it says, inch, 48 millimeter styrofoam balls. So, I am a totally dazzled. Let me step out of frame here for a second. I meant to have this over here. My apologies. I'm a totally dazzled affiliate, and they have this brand new kit they came out with for applying rhinestones. I am going to be completely honest. I have decorated a card with it, but I've not done anything else with it. So this is my first time trying it on something like styrofoam, but I thought how perfect to take these rhinestones and use them for the 2 eyes and the little coal mouth. These are black right here, and then the eyes I can make, it tells you the color and the size on the back here. They have sapphire shimmer, light sapphire shimmer, light sapphire, sapphire teal, emerald shimmer, rose, ruby, pink, aqua, fuchsia, ruby shimmer, all these pretty colors, right? There's purple, amber, orange, yellow, black diamond, all of coffee, amethyst, olive green, all these different colors that I can pick for the eyes, okay? And then these that have the same color throughout the whole pack, like this particular one, they're all crystal, just yeah, just clear crystal, and these are more like the Aurora Borealis. They call it just crystal shimmer, but they have that different, when you move it, it's got like the rainbow colors in it. So that's the difference between these two. So I could do bigger eyes because these vary in size. I could do 2 just clear or shimmer eyes and make the eyes bigger, and then do a black, like smaller kohl pieces, just dots for the mouth. My thoughts were a face somewhat like this one here, only maybe like this one here, more just plain black eyes, but with a kohl mouth like that. Not plain black eyes, but plain dots is what I meant. And then the carrot nose out of the skewer, and then little black dots for kohl. So that's where I got my idea from, just Google. I Googled snowman faces. So that's where that came from. This is looking pretty dry. I'm going to move it aside. And we are going to use, what comes with this kit is called jelly glue, okay? And I know that you can buy this type of thing like separately at Hobby Lobby. I'm pretty sure they use these pens for that like diamond painting stuff that you can do. And but this pen comes with the kits, and it comes with 2 different replacement applicator. This is just like a wax pen on this end, and then this is a specific size because the kit comes with a heat tool as well, and I believe the kit is $89.99, but I'm not sure. But it comes with a lot. It comes with the pen, and it comes with replacement wax tips, okay, and this little carry case. And then this is the heat tool that it comes with, and it has all different sizes. I'll show you up close. It has all different sizes of tips to grab the different sizes of gems, so that you can place it with the heat tool on fabric and things like that. And there's instructions and everything in here. But we're just going to use the jelly glue, and I'm going to use the wax side to pick these up with, and we're going to place a few on our styrofoam ball to make our snowman face. It comes with these little trays as well. What's so funny over there?
Dolly says, I have asked for the kit for Christmas. Hopefully Santa thinks I can do
Yay! You've been a good girl. You deserve one. Let me talk to Santa. I'll tell him. So what color should I do his eyes, guys? Should I just do bigger eyeballs and do like the crystal ones or the clear ones? I don't know. Then when I think about it, I'm like, but I have options for the color, but these are so tiny. I just don't know that they'll show up. They're so small, and I don't have any bigger gemstones right now. Let me just show you how tiny they are.
727.
Okay, thank you. So I'm just gonna grab a couple and put it in the tray. This is like an aqua one. So if I were to like put this on the actual styrofoam, see how tiny that is? It's so little. Whereas if I take, let me close that because I am spill girl for sure. Let me take a couple bigger ones, and I'll take the shimmer ones just so we can get an idea. And you're just supposed to kind of shake those around until they fall flat, like so.
Okay.
And then you grab, all you do to grab it is just push the wax applicator tip up against it, and it picks it up and puts it down. So I think something like that is cooler because it's a little bit bigger, and it has color in it because it's the shimmer one. What do you think? Should we go with that one? I think we should go with 2 of those. Okay, that's fine. I'll try to keep an eye on comments. Joe's leaving to go grab some subs for dinner. I'm going to use those, I think, for the eyeballs. And then I'm going to put these back. Oh, Lord, which one did I get them out of? They're so tiny. I don't think it was that one. I think it was this one. Let's see if I can match it up. It definitely was greener. Addie, is that you? Oh, who was it? No, someone. I could have sworn I just saw someone near me. Must have been my mom. It was Grandma. I don't think I went into that one. I think I went into this one. These look green. Well, hopefully it's that color, because that's where they're going. All right, I'm going to put this one aside, and I'm going to find black. Black is number 7. So this is what we're using for the mouth right here. I painted my nail. And look, they're already wanting to come out of the case and join me. All right, so I'm just gonna pour some in there. I'll probably only use like 7 of them. And I took out 2 for the eyes, and I'm just putting them randomly down where I can lose them, which I should not do. So I'm gonna stick them in a tray. And then we've got our nose. So you see how those, just by shaking them, they're going off of their like round belly and turning around onto their flat side. So that's kind of cool. That's a neat trick. All right, so maybe let's bring this in here and see where we want. So the scarf is going to go here, and I can even put 3 black ones going down the front on the glass so that they I think I'm going to stick his nose right about here, and I'm just going to pop that in. I'm not even going to glue it. So there we have our nose. Okay. Now I'm going to take my glue, and I'm just going to turn the face towards me as you watch this. I'm going to put an eyeball there. And an eyeball there. And then I'm going to grab my eyeballs and put them on the glue. And that is literally all there is to it. So now, so far, we have 2 eyeballs and a nose. And you know what? If he's crooked, that's okay. Because when we make a snowman outside, he's not going to be... I moved him. Stop, Michelle. What are you doing? Okay. Stay on the glue. I may need a little more glue, actually, on this side, because I was afraid to put it down and didn't do as much as I did on the other side. So I'm just going to... It dries clear. So I am going to put just a little more glue. Now the trick is going to be getting this to flip over. There we go.
I swear if you pee, I'm gonna kill you. Go.
Jay, I want to lie.
Sorry.
He just told Mac, I swear, if you pee, I'm going to take you out. Because we just shampooed the carpets. So it's like, you know how it is. You're like, oh, Michelle, stop touching. Guys, I did it on the other eyeball too. Okay, I'm talking to myself. My shirt actually says that I do talk to myself because I get myself, so it's an appropriate shirt to wear today. These are actually the same color stones. They're just hitting the light differently, so they look different. Okay, I'm leaving it alone now. Yes, I'm leaving it alone. So, oh, here. This is what we have so far for the face. And it's okay if it looks a little wonky. I'm going to put his head back, like so. And now we are going to draw his little smile. And I'm just going to put dots where I want the little stones to be. A part of me wonders right now if this glue isn't eating at the styrofoam a little, because I don't know what kind of glue it is, and that is a possibility. There are some glues that will potentially eat right into styrofoam. So it really is as easy as it's looking, where I'm just popping these down and they stick right to the glue, like so. Like they're going to stick to the glue more than they're going to stick to the wax. So there we have our little snowman face. I may have gone a little low on that, but I can also have his head tipping back and put his hat kind of off to the side, like he's looking up at the sky, at the night sky. So I'm going to put that aside for a moment to dry. Stay. And we're going to take this, and I'm going to measure out about how much I need. I don't need this tray anymore. These you probably want to put right back into number 7 was black. Boy, these are tight, which is a good thing. So you just want to pour these right back in. Be careful not to get them all over. Make sure there's no static stuff going on. Put my trays aside. And I'm actually going to take, and this kind of oozes because you squeeze from down here, so it oozes a little bit. So I'm going to wipe that off and then put the lid back on it, so I can stop some of that oozing. It might even be cute to take some of that Totally Dazzled and put it around his hat, or take something like this and put it on, or just glue a little snowflake or some flowers, whatever you have. Some flowers, not sunflowers. So I'm going to use this as the little scarf, and I'm going to tie it and make sure I have enough. Cut about there, and then I have enough for the second one. Then I'm just going to take the end of this and cut upward to make it look even more like a scarf. This was just some random fabric, by the way, that I purchased off Amazon. So there it looks more like a scarf on the end. Come across and take a little bit off of this one. And just trim up. So I'm going to check the comments in a moment, guys, because I'm pretty sure I have time for that. So look at how cute that is, and it rolls naturally, so that's kind of cute too. But you want to tie it to make sure, like I don't want to glue everything, you know. The scarf is going to stay on once I get the head on here. So I'm not worried about the scarf coming off at any point. You go this way, it's wanting to go this way. And there we have our little scarf on our snowman body. And I may, like, when you're making this, you may want to go up a little tighter and maybe come down a little bit with the eyes. But it's okay for me. I like it the way it is. I'm going to continue to let that dry though. I want to think for a moment. I don't know if I have a snowman or not. Let me check. Not a snowman, a snowflake. Look at the pen too, guys. It's got bling in it. So awesome. I love it. Such a blingy girl. Like you couldn't tell from my earrings, right? Everything let's see. Do we have a snowflake? Like, I don't want a really big one. So I've got bags of things, but sometimes there's little ones in here, and I don't know if I want to go gold or not. Look at how big that is. How pretty. So, like, I have snowflakes, but that's way too big. And you can even put the snowflake, like, on his scarf, too. And I said I was going to look at comments, and I didn't. Oh, I could do a pearl bead. I could do something pearly, too. Let me look at comments for a moment. Yeah, I'm doing 10 things. I'm a very good girl, right? Yes, Joseph with the Borelli family thanks you. He's so formal. Oh, blue, I missed that. Well, there's blue in there. I promise you, there's blue in there. Joe's not a good comment reader. He left, so I can't really, I think that came in when he was still here, though. But there's blue in there, I'm sure. So I'm looking for something small like this. This might work. Let's open it up and have a look. The trick might be getting it to stick to the metal. Oh, that might be perfect. I could put it there, or I could put it here. It would stick better to the fabric, but I think it would look better here. I don't know, guys. I don't know if I can get it to stick to the metal. Let's see, what else do we have? So I have way more than what you see in this little bin here. Oh, that's a little butterfly. They're not out in the winter time, so you can't use them. Rose gold. There's lots of crowns. I've been given lots of crowns. It could be a king snowman or a queen snowman. I think I'm going to stick with that little snowflake right there. These are all color. So much more. They just came out with keys. So this one has pearls. I'm gonna stick with that. But I do have, oh gosh, I have so much. I'm so much totally dazzled. It's unbelievable. So I have the rest of these cards that I have to do. I have extra bling in different sizes. I've got tons of crowns, tons of crowns. I have Halloween stuff and fall stuff. I don't think there's anything. There's a small skull, there's a bee, a spider. I don't think there's anything I can use on a snowman though. There's another skull, a pumpkin, a moon, a kitty cat. There's a big bling. That's too big. Kitty cat. A kitty cat friend down at the bottom. Snowman and his kitty cat. I don't want the kitty cat out in the snow for too long though. Got more of these, more of this. I won a little contest with them and they sent me like extra. I'm like, oh my god, all the bling. I can't possibly use all of this, but trust, I will find a way. And I have way more than this. I just got in this new thing that they did with Royal Funky Junk. She designed it with them. And I've got a bunch of these that they send you as free gifts. Look, Tammy, there's a little chicken here because that's her symbol too. This has a crown on it. Little tiny, I don't know if you can see that. There's a little tiny chick with a crown on it. That's so cute. There's a bee. I don't think there's anything in here we can use. This is like a horseshoe, and because she had like a fleur-de-lis. She has like a country style sometimes, so she designed a horseshoe. There's a bird and a cameo. The cameo is pretty. I try to keep them all together so that I know this came with the Royal Funky Junk set, you know. And then there's the fall ones, and she has this pretty bow too, but that's way too big for this. Maybe not that one though. And I have that in gold as well. Let me check my time. Okay, I've got 15 minutes to Annie Jones. Annie and Tammy. So I've got more bling I can look through, but I think I'm just gonna, let me see if I can use some Gorilla Glue. This is their everything glue. So I'm gonna use some Gorilla Glue and some low temp hot glue. And we're gonna try to stick this onto the hat because I think that's the best spot for it. I'm actually gonna pick a bad spot, like where there's a little bit of clumpy paint going on, so I can cover it up. So I've got, oh, that may be too much. Take a little bit off. I'm going to put a little hot glue to hold it for now. Let's see if we can get this to stay. And if that stays, that's going to be really cute. Is that a snowflake or a flower, y'all? I don't know. Whatever it is, it's part of my snowman now. A little bit of a hot glue string there. So this is the glue that I just used. And it's supposed to work on metal to metal. It's also supposed to work along in tandem with, now see, I need a finer point. I don't know why I cut that off the way I did, but it may have been that wide originally anyway. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to use a tiny brush that I know I can replace relatively cheap, and I'm going to put some glue on this paper here, and I'm going to paint it around the edge of this because I know if I try to squeeze it on, I'm going to make a mess. So I'm going to, and this is to put the head on. This glue is supposed to be fine for styrofoam, so it will not react with the styrofoam. And then I'm going to, again, add a little low temp glue, hot glue, just a little, around the edge. And then we're going to put our head on, looking up just a little bit, like so. Hold that down for a second and let the hot glue adhere. See, this might take a little longer than I anticipated, and the glue is running down the side a little bit, so I may have to repaint this with the chalk paint. Actually, it's wiping off. I may have to put a little more hot glue under here. had a feeling this was going to be a problem. Let's see if I can get it stabilized. But you can always go back in with your paint and touch up little areas. Okay, get back down where you're supposed to be. That's not completely dry yet, so I'm not supposed to be messing with it yet, and it's moving on me. Let me show you where we are at this point. And you're going to see a lot of glow on me because I got my light turned up really high so that you can see this well. Actually, I need to turn it down just a little bit. Sorry. Okay. So there's our little snowman. You can't see his eyes. There. There are his eyes and his face with his little scarf. I could have maybe gone up a little bit on the scarf. And I can still add those beads going down the front. But my goal was to have him looking upward like that, just a little bit. And then I'm going to try to get this hat on him. And see, it's not staying. So I need to find a better glue. Let me just wipe this off since it's not staying. That's going to stay for me. Maybe just the hot glue. Let's try that. Just hot glue. Low temp, so it should stick rather quickly. I didn't wipe off the back of my star. Let's see if that'll stay. Oh, thank you, Charlene. He needs more black around the eyes. I should have maybe painted first and then put the rhinestones on. I can still do that because I can pop them off. This actually seems like it's going to stay this time, guys. Now the trick is going to be getting this part. You know what? I'm just using my low temp hot glue because that's what worked for the metal to the metal, and I know that you're not supposed to use hot glue on styrofoam, but it does say you can use low temp, and that's what this is. So if I had more patience and more time, I could probably get this to stay oh my gosh. The hat totally makes it, guys. But you're right, he does need something behind the eyes, and the styrofoam isn't sticking. So maybe, there's like a whole rim of glue. Maybe just the low temp hot glue. Let's try that. Seems to be working for everything else. So that's the trick in some of these crafts where you're using glass and you're using different porous textures. Yeah, that actually seems like it's already on there securely. So you want to be careful not to use a hot temp glue gun on styrofoam because it'll just dissolve it, okay? But you also, if you're going to be using something round, you have to be careful not to use glues like this because it's just going to slide right off. So I used hot glue on this and it stayed. And I don't have my downward facing camera, so you can't see what the heck I'm talking about. But I took him off, and there was a ring that I just peeled right off of around underneath his head. And I can take his eyes off. I feel pretty confident. I can take his eyes off, maybe lay some paint down, and then put the eyes back on over the black, and then they'll pop a little bit more. I don't know, though. It may make him look like he's got black eyes. I don't know. You know, like someone punched him in the eye. I'm not sure about that. But I think once he's all set up, he'll be awfully cute. Don't you think? Oh my gosh, he's cute, guys, and he's staying together with the low temp glue gun. So I'm kind of digging his hat. I don't know, I might bling it up a little bit more. He could even get some little bling pieces going down his scarf right here if you wanted, but I think cutting the bottom like this made it look even cuter. And you can make it shorter too if you wanted to, and you can add more gems going down his belly buttons. If you want to, not necessarily gems, you could use buttons. You could also paint the jar if you wanted to, white on the outside. So that would be completely different. So yeah, the hot glue seems to be working. What I need to be cautious of right now is the glue that is under the gems is not dry. And I think that takes a good 24 hours to set. So once that's set, I can go around and clean up a little bit where there's little bumps of glue and stuff. So that is number one. Let's have a look and see what we can get done on number two here. So before I even get started, and I am going to stick this brush in my water just in case I can save it. It's got glue on it, but I think I can save it. I get this glue up. I'm going to use my low temp glue. I'm going to get this off later. I'm going to go around the inside here. Actually, I may try to get it off now, because if I try to get it off later, it may, so I'm just gluing that down in there so that that doesn't come off and I can use it as my hat, okay? I'm going to grab my alcohol. And a paper towel. Thank you, Liz. Grab some alcohol on this, and then I'm going to make sure that's not hot and try to get my tag off here. There's a tag that's an old tag that's on the top of this. It's coming right off. Sorry, the little popper in the canning functionality of this is going up and down. So I got most of that tag off with just a little bit of alcohol. I got all of it off, actually. And now that's one piece. And I think I left the tag on the bottom. I did. Which is fine if you ever want to refer back to it. You know, you made a snowman for $1.99. These come off real easy with your heat gun too. Oh, it says embossed pint jar. So that means this is embossed on there. It's not glass. It's not. It's part of the decor on the glass. And it was $1. And I paid $1.99 for it stupidly. It was $1 originally. And I paid, wow, Goodwill made 99 cents extra off of me. Okay, that's fine. So we need a bigger styrofoam ball. And he's going to go on there like that. And I'm probably not going to have enough time to make him completely, but I'm at least going to get his head on. Wow, this is not as easy as it would seem to get this glue on here, this tiny edge. Alright, so again, my low temp glue gun, and I'm just going to stick the styrofoam ball on there.
How much longer do you have?
Not long.
7:59.
Yeah. Oh, is it 7:59?
Yeah.
It is. I have less than a minute. All right. Well, guys, this is what snowman number 2 is going to look like when I'm done with him. He'll have the same scarf. He will match. He'll have 2 eyes, a nose, and a coal mouth. Thank you for joining me. Please head on over to the Crafting with Indie Annie Jones channel and watch Annie and Tammy with Crafty-Peep crafting together side by side. And I will see you next time. God bless. Good night, everybody.